So on a practical level, if one is meditating and one can see that what you are is a conception, then while you're in meditation, it's like you're in silence and you can observe this conception. So you come out of meditation, and then the habit is to go back into becoming the person again, just to think, to identify with the thoughts. Okay, you can be aware of your thoughts, but you're still identifying with them and identifying with being a person. So is the trick to continue the methodology, if you like, that you were using in your meditation, whereby you could observe this conception as it was an observation. And is this the technique out of meditation, to continue this observation of the awareness that the person is just a conception, and not to get embroiled again in this, I am Andrew, I am thinking this. Identifying with the thought seems to me to be a huge obstacle.
Yes, there are many methods, and there are many pointing out instructions to realize and to see your true nature. And one of them is what you mentioned. But it has to be accompanied with a scriptural study, guidance from a competent guru, who is, of course, from a competent and a real and an authentic lineage, Guru Parampara or Sampradaya, and also all the rest, like a spiritual and moral lifestyle, and all the conducive sattvic rules. So by itself, it's not enough. It is one of the conducive parameters or methods to help you see the truth of what you really are. So it's like a recipe. In a recipe, you need a lot of things. If you change one of the constituents, then the recipe will be destroyed. Or if you change the right amount of any constituents. If, for example, you do only meditation and you spend, let's say, 3 hours per day for meditation, and you spend only 1 minute to study the scriptures, the recipe is not well anymore. So this is, for example, a phenomenon of the New Age followers. They believe that by trying to stay many hours in what they call meditation, not meditation, that itself will be enough. But that is not the truth. Meditation cannot be itself enough. It's one of the constituents, a very important one, yes, but you can have self-knowledge only with meditation. The same, you cannot have self-knowledge only with scriptural study as well. You can have scriptural study enough, you can do meditation enough, and if you don't have a guru, then again the recipe is not complete. You can have a guru, a competent guru, you can belong to a competent sampradaya or guru parampara, an authentic spiritual lineage. You can do enough meditation, you can do enough scriptural study, and then if you don't follow a spiritual or a moral lifestyle, again the recipe is not well. It will not bring success. So there is this need of following all the descriptions of the sastras, of the scriptures, and use the right amount of the constituents and all the constituents of the recipe.
Yeah, I understand. And just on one of those constituents, the grace of the Guru, the blessings of the Guru. I was reading in Ramana Maharishi PDF you sent me, and he really emphasized the grace of the Guru and how important it was. As I think that he was asked, I can't exactly remember. He wasn't saying that that's all you need. That's not what he meant. He was saying that it's really important. It's the most important of all the constituents, which is also contradictory to what many people think today. Many people think you don't even need a guru. As you say, you can just meditate, or you can just study a bit and meditate. But in Ramana's answer, he said the most important part is the guru, which it really goes against what a lot of people are saying these days.
Exactly, because they don't understand the basic point of having a guru, which is simply that the nature of the guru is your own infinite self as consciousness awareness. The real guru is not the external guru, is what he represents. The guru is not the body-mind complex that gives you the instructions or the teaching. It is what he is representing. It is what he is bringing as gifts for you.
As what?
As gifts for you, spiritual gifts. It is what he is symbolizing. It is what he is pointing out to you, which is your own self. So a real guru will send you again and again to your real self as infinite awareness Brahman. A real guru will try as soon as possible to show to you that you are the real guru, the internal guru, awareness Brahman. But until you realize that, the so-called external guru is indispensable. It is because you don't realize that you, as infinite awareness consciousness Brahman, is the real guru, that you need the appearance of the external guru. Upon realizing the truth, then you don't need the external guru. That's why in another case, he said to his disciples, Ramana Maharishi himself, Bhagavan, or the Guru, is not the body-mind complex. It is not what you see. The real Guru cannot be seen because the real Guru is your own self, and your own self as infinite consciousness, awareness, Brahman, cannot be seen as an object, of course. Can be seen only with the inner eyes of wisdom, of self-knowledge. So the Guru is indispensable, the external Guru, until you are ready to go beyond the need of an external Guru. But a real Guru is not easy to be found in this era, unfortunately. A real Guru will never charge his disciples or his students. He will only offer the teaching to his Sishyas, students, and he will ask only from his Sishyas to study the scriptures and to follow the prescriptions of the scriptures. He will never ask anything more than that. And a real Guru is the best friend. A real Guru is the most precious thing that you can have in your life. is the one who walks the path before you, and he can lead you, and he can help you to avoid troubles, to avoid traps, to avoid suffering. A real guru is not the one who becomes rich because he's charging you and he's living as a king in his throne and everybody is serving him as a king. A real guru will say that in reality there is no guru and sishya. There is only consciousness, awareness, Brahman. A real guru will show as much as possible to the sishya that me and you is the same consciousness, appearing and interacting with itself. And until you are able to see this, then I can help you to see this. But one day you will not need me anymore. We can be only friends after that. But now, because you don't see that we are the same consciousness and there is no we, but only that, interacting with itself as sishya and guru, I will appear as an external guru and I will help you. But I am you. I am the same you consciousness. Interacting with myself. Or you interacting with yourself. Will never create any kind of hierarchy. A real guru does not play like he's higher or above or something extraordinary or something exotic. Will not try to show mystical powers or exotic siddhis and riddhis, occult power, in to gain disciples or followers or sishyas. He will be just as humble as possible. He will appear as a normal human being. He will never create any kind of hierarchy, any kind of superiority. Will never charge, or use his position as a guru to gain anything for himself, for selfish interests. He will live a simple life with just surviving, just normal surviving. He will not care to create wealth or money. He will not care to attract money or disciples or sishyas, students. He will only wish to help as much as possible. But because there is no such a guru in our era, and whatever I mentioned is exactly what you see on the opposite, that's why people don't trust and they don't wish to have a guru. Or those who trust and they want to have a guru, because of their lack of discrimination, they go to the famous so-called gurus. They go to who have wealth and a lot of disciples, and they are very famous, and they just become lost. Unfortunately, that is the situation in our era. But the scriptures, the sastras, are very, very clear of what a real guru should be. And also what a real sishya is and how should be as a sishya, as a student. But people do not search for these descriptions or prescriptions. They just go like the masses on those apparent gurus or fake gurus who are just famous, rich, and wealthy, and with a lot of marketing tools. So according to their spiritual maturity, they will have similar or analogous teacher or guru.
So the question that I posed, or what I talked about previously, when Ramana Maharishi was talking about the grace of the Guru, and trying to formulate this into a question, it's quite difficult. Is it if the Guru and the Sisha are one consciousness, and as you said, the Guru's role is to convince or point out that this is the case, because the Sisha has no idea that both the Guru and the Sisha are the same. So how does that idea that we are one consciousness fit in with the concept of blessing? Because it's like with the concept of blessing or grace, it seems like there's two individuals, one blessing the other. So that's obviously not quite accurate. Can you comment on that?
Yes, a guru will remove the obstacles for the grace to be seen. The grace is always there, but covered, veiled. You are not ever far away from the grace of your own self as infinite consciousness, awareness, Brahman. You cannot be in distance from that. Grace is always here and now. But because of false misconceptions, you cannot see that. And so it's like a part of yourself is removing these obstacles, this veiling, these obscurations of not seeing that the grace is always here and now. Actually, you don't really need the blessing of somebody else. Why? Because there is no somebody else, and there is also nobody in the first place as a limited entity, as a separated individual. There are no individuals. There is only that. This one consciousness, Advaita, not dual. But from the standpoint of the one who believes he is an individual, there has to appear somebody who is pointing out to him that, look, there is no you and me. There is only one consciousness, one awareness, one Brahman. And it is you, your own self. Then by removing this veiling, you can experience the grace that it is always here and now. So in the Vyavaharika reality, the experiential reality, which is also part of the dream, it works. When somebody gives you the blessing as an external guru belonging to a guru parampara or a sampradaya, it works. Even if it is actually not the case. Because it is, first of all, it is inspirational. It gives you inspiration. It brings you back to the truth of the scriptures. And in the level of the thing reality, because there is not only the apparent flesh and bones body, there is also the thing body, the causal body, and the sukshma sarira, not only the. So from this point of view, from this standpoint, the blessing really does have an influence, a positive influence. Just like when somebody is dreaming and have an accident and he has all kind of pain and suffering, and in the dream there is a dream ambulance and a dream hospital and a dream painkiller. Everything works fine. The same in this dream reality. We have a harika, experiential reality. There is this apparent transactions of somebody who offers you a blessing, and this actually works. But it is in the level of the dream. Actually, as infinite awareness, consciousness, Brahman, you don't need any kind of a blessing from somebody. Because there is no somebody and there is nobody in the first place. But that is for the Paramartika teachings, the absolute truth. But since not everybody, apparent individual, is on this spiritual level of maturity, of recognizing the absolute truth, the supreme truth of Advaitam, of non-plurality, non-dualism, then there is also this kind of tools and this kind of methods and this kind of extra help, extra apparent help. So if Andrew don't have anything else to see, we can close for tonight.
Okay. Thank you.